So our producer, Ellen, executive producer of the Mojo in the Morning Show, is going on her first vacation in like more than 2 years. Now, she's gone back to visit family and stuff and had to go like weddings, but it's like this is like vacation, where she and a group of friends are all going away. But they have a no sex rule on vacation. I wanted to discuss.
No sex with each other, or no sex with what?
No sex at the Airbnb, period, while we are on vacation together.
Oh, like what, are some of these people like in a relationship with each other, or?
So we actually do have a few couples that are on this trip. It's like, sorry, I'm trying to plug in headphones. It's like a big group of 10 or 12 of us, I think. And like Mojo said, it's my first like big vacation with this group, and maybe ever. We're going to Colorado, like hopping on planes, exciting. But we, over like the past few years, because we're all, graduated from college and live in different cities, would do like easy one-off trips. So we would do like a meet in the middle for a cabin weekend in Hocking Hills, or, like drivable, meet for the weekend, hang out, whatever. And after a vacation a few years ago, or a weekend trip, we had to make the rule that you cannot have sex on these trips that we planned.
I like these kind of rules because there's usually a specific incident that led to the rule being made.
We have one friend who notoriously gets laid on every vacation we go on, which, like, good for her. We support you. Get yours. Totally fine. And we never, like, had any issue with it. It would be, like, a guy we met out, or, like, a guy friend of a friend would come on this weekend trip and she would hook up with him. Totally fine. But we went to a, like, cabin in the woods one weekend a couple years ago with a group of friends. Same thing, like 10, 15 people. And it was, like, a cabin. So there was a second floor, but it was, like, a loft. So it was open to the rest of the house, and that's where, like, 6 of the beds were. And that's where a lot of us were sleeping, obviously. And the living room was open to that area. And that is where she decided to have sex with one of our guy friends.
Oh, God.
So we got to sit and hear all the baking of cookies on this trip. It was like a leather couch, like it was a specific sound.
Oh, my God.
And we all had like we're all laying in our beds being like, do we say something? Do we not say something? Like group texting each other without her, trying to figure out like, do we stop it? Do we let it go? What's the vibe?
It's nice to know that girls' trips turn out the same way guys' trips turn out.
Well, it's like a mixed group. It's guys and girls. I think if it was just a girls' trip, we would not.
But it's nice to know that the girl on the trip is the one that's bringing home somebody.
Oh, yeah. And like, go off. If you have a bedroom, I don't care. Bring them home. Get laid. Good for you.
But
I don't want to hear the noises you make while that's happening.
You don't forget that.
And not this weekend.
And no. So
not your weekend.
This has become a long-running rule with this group of friends. There's like a few of us girls that are still like very close from college that like, hey, no sex this weekend, right? No baking cookies.
But what if
we're all at the Airbnb?
But wait a second, you're a very sensible person. Mm-hmm. But what if you meet a hot dude or a hot guy or whatever? Because you're going skiing, right? Mm-hmm. What if you meet a hot guy on the slopes? I'm trying to use words and terminology.
I was like, wow, Joe.
What if you meet some guy and he's like, because all I picture is the only people that ski are blonde dudes, like blonde. He's from Norwegian. He's like Norwegian.
He's from Norwegian.
He's a Norwegian skier. What if you meet this guy and
I'm going to ruin your fantasy for 1 second. I never look less cute than when I'm in snow pants. Like, that is the least attractive you could possibly
Really? I think most girls go up a notch when they're on the slopes.
No. Snow pants and this is like the Michelin Man.
People always look heavier when they're wearing.
Yeah, because you're bundled up.
Yeah. But I picture like snow bunnies, like in a snow lodge. That's what I picture.
And where are they from? Where are the snow bunnies from, Mike?
I don't know.
What country?
Norwegian.
Norwegian.
No, I mean, like, if there were a circumstance where someone wanted to hook up with someone, I assume we'd be like, okay, you go to their place.
Yeah.
We will keep your location. We will hover. We will make sure you're good.
And we'll be here when you get back.
And we're morally cheering you on, emotionally.
810 says, Ellen's just jealous because she's not getting any. Is there truth to that or no?
Am I getting, not on these trips, not when my friends can hear. That's so uncomfortable. If my friends heard me having sex, I would become a nun. There's no way. I would be so embarrassed.
810 says that's the dumbest vacation rule ever. But they need to understand that they're not the ones that are sitting there having to listen to all this stuff, right?
Oh, my God. Oh, it was so bad. Like, it's seared in my brain. It was so bad.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548, or the text is 95500. Have you ever had, like, a vacation with friends turn into a vacation with friends and then strange people that end up coming back?
Well, did you ever like go on a guy's trip and get back from that trip and look at your friends and be like, we can never do that again. We can never do X again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, that's why I said with the Vegas thing, I will not share a room with anybody in Vegas, because I went on a guy's trip one time in Vegas, and I do like to sleep when I'm in Vegas. I know that some people are like, I stay up all night and I do the whole weekend and stuff. And I went to Vegas with friends, and one of the friends I went to Vegas with was, I am not sleeping at all. You know what I mean? And so I go back to the room eventually, probably like 2:30 in the morning or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And because I know this doesn't sound weird, I like breakfast the next morning. I don't know what the story is in Vegas. I like to have breakfast. I may be the only person that likes to go to a breakfast. But he comes back into the room and he's like just noisy as hell. So it's awful.
Reeks of booze and
yeah. Mm-hmm. And I worried about him because every time we would walk by this, we stayed at Bellagio. Every time we walked by one of the bars, he was always sitting there flirting with all the hookers. And I pictured waking up in the middle of the night and he's over on his bed with a hooker or something like that. And like that would be like the worst thing ever. You think it's bad enough to have your friend bring home some guy from the slopes? Imagine bringing home some girl that's going to end up robbing you, you know? But you want to grab phones, or you want me to just... Oh, here, I'll just pick up there and randomly.
This makes her so nervous.
We don't have anybody today as associate producer. What's up, Mojo in the Morning? Hello.
Hello. My name is John. I was actually on one of those trips. We had like a school trip to go to Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And they had put like duct tape on the door so that we couldn't get out of the rooms because it was a guys and girls trip. And I actually was friends with one of the dads and convinced him to let me get out of the room. And I went to one of the girls I liked room, and we actually did it on the bed that she was sharing with her friends.
Oh my God.
Oh, what a nightmare on so many levels. For the parents, for the roommate, for everybody.
How old are you? Because aren't the Washington, D.C. trips like you're in your 8th grade? It was around there. Oh my God!
Where did you tell the dad you wanted to go to sneak out of your room? Did he know you were doing a booty call?
I wanted to go to the pool.
And so he thought, he's going, wait, so when you're on your 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C., you snuck into the girl's room and had sex with the girl and with the other people in the room?
Yes.
Holy crap. You are a bad boy.
Just the one girl. And then the next morning they kind of were looking like, we know. And we were like, oh.
I'm not going to ask you where you went to school and when you went to school, because there's probably some people who drive off the road if I ask that question. What's up, Michelle?
Hey. So I have a similar situation to Ellen's. You know, we were all sitting around in similar loft situations, and we could hear everything that was going on. So, you know, we could hear that things were getting steamy and just about over, and so I yelled out, "Finish her!"
Oh, my God.
They were totally mortified. Problem solved.
Nicole, what's going on?
Good morning again.
Oh, my God, Nicole again. I love you. Nicole, who yelled at the fat kid.
That's my response this time, and I looked at my phone. I said, dang, is that Mojo?
What's going on, Nicole? Tell us your story. You have one to relate to this?
No, I text that the way you were describing Ellen's trip, it sounds like a Lifetime movie, because you said she's going to be with friends, she's going skiing, she's going to some old town, and I'm like, if Ellen meets some fine dude like a Matthew McConaughey and like some boots and a flannel, it's going down.
Yes.
She's breaking that rule.
Don't you want that to happen for Ellen? I mean, you're a fan of.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think she's really cute.
Yeah.
She's always sweet. And sometimes as women, and I know Shannon can't relate to this, I'm sure Megan can't, we are hard on ourselves. Like, we think we look busted or fat, and, you know, and men are like, you look great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Hey,
Somebody's gonna see Ellen. She's gonna be all cute and her tight look.
and where's the guy? What country is he going to be from, Nicole?
No, he's gonna be like a U.S. citizen, but
Oh.
he's gonna be like somebody who went to high school with her.
Oh,
He
okay.
was like, ugly, but he liked Ellen back in biology class. You know how life happens.
Nicole has got it scripted for you, Ellen.
And Ellen's gonna be getting her hot chocolate. He's gonna be like, Ellen, and she's gonna be like, Doug,
Doug.
Doug. Why you picture Ellen with a guy named Doug, huh?
Obviously.
I'm just thinking like somebody from high school who she was always nice to, but she wasn't checking for.
That's
him.
it. Ellen, did you go to school with a guy named Doug? Because Nicole says that you're going to find a guy named Doug. Hey, Nicole, thank you for the call.